Hey, what's up YouTube? Thanks for clicking on this video for another one of my bike review, first impression kind of videos. Not gonna go through all the specs or anything, but you can go on Specialized website to check that out. But today I wanted to give you my first impressions, kind of a review-ish on the 23 Specialized Globe Haul ST e-bike. I'm coming to you from DFW, Texas, where it's 199 degrees outside. So I'm fighting through the sweat dripping in my eyes. But I just got off this, riding it around. I was thinking, man, I'm gonna do a review on this bike because it's pretty sweet. I ordered it online on Specialized website and had it delivered to my local bike shop. Shout out to Sunrise Bicycle Shop in North Richland Hills, Texas. Those guys have been awesome. If you ever need any bike needs in the Fort Worth area, go check those guys out. They're awesome. But yeah, I landed on this bike. This is their cargo e-bike. I guess they just came out with it in March or April or something of this year. And I thought it was a cool looking bike, something different. Still, I love these fat tire bikes. And the little wheels on there, and then that cargo look with the black, and they have a white one also. But I thought it was cool, something different, you know, just something to zip around on here, around the neighborhood and some of our trails around our house that we got. This is my wife's Avonton Adventure. She's had that about a little over a year now. I had the high step model of this, and ended up selling it. I didn't care for it too much. It rattled a lot, and sometimes the battery would come on, but I couldn't power up the screen. I was just having some weird issues with it. And that was the other thing with this bike, which led me to this, was these foreign bikes, at least here in Dallas, Fort Worth area. I understand it's different where y'all actually use these up in Washington State or New York or some of these communities where you can commute on a bicycle. There's not a lot of places to work on these foreign branded e-bikes. I believe I saw 2 that would actually work on these. And so I ended up selling mine. We weren't riding them. She didn't want to sell hers, so I let her hang on to it for a little bit, but she wasn't riding it. So I was thinking, well, I'll get me another one just to have, and then we can screw around with them and when it cools off or whatever. So I decided to jump back in the e-bike market and landed on this one. Saw it online. Like I said, I thought it was cool and different. But one of the big things was the warranty. I believe it's a 2-year warranty. I could be mistaken, but I believe it's a 2-year warranty, which that's incredible. And I wanted a little more premium feeling bike over the one that I had. And so this fell into that category also, a little more premium. It's a little more expensive, but it is a Specialized, a little more premium bike over these China made or foreign, wherever they're made at. But that was another thing, was if anything happens to this bike, I can take it to my local bike shop and be assured that they'll fix it or get any warranty work done on it. Whereas I hear like Rad Rover or Rad Power bikes and Aviton, you got to deal with them online, and there's not an actual brick and mortar store you can go to get help with. So I've heard you can have some problems dealing with warranty issues or any kind of replacement parts. But so that's another reason how I landed on this. It has been a cool bike, just kind of what I thought it would be. I really want it just to zip around the neighborhood. I'm not carrying cargo with it, but you have that option too if that's what you want. You can get all the baskets put on the side, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do to this bike, so that was a bonus. But yeah, I just wanted something to zip around with. I thought it looked cool, and it is nice. The motor, it's a torque sensor, whereas this is a cadence sensor, which just means on the cadence sensor you got to pedal 1 or 2 times before the motor kicks in. One thing on this is you don't have to pedal hard. The pedals just have to be moving, and the cadence sensor picks up that the pedals are moving, and it'll kick in that motor. So you don't have to be pedaling hard, and that thing will go full blast. Whereas this is a torque sensor, and it delivers the power based on the torque you're putting on the pedals. So to go full speed, you actually have to put a little pressure on those pedals for it to kick that motor in. Or an accessory, just crazy, Specialized in their accessories. They got a little bone to pick. $50 to add a thumb throttle. This bike's already pretty expensive, but you got to pay $50 to add a thumb throttle. But I bought that with the bike, so they put that on. Whereas this one comes with the thumb throttle. The other thing, while we're talking about the accessories, is the baskets on the side. You have to buy an adapter, which is $100. So this would be an adapter here for those baskets, the panniers to slide over it. That's $100 for one of those. And then $60, $70, $80 for the plastic basket to fit over that. So you're looking at $180 here, $180 here, $180 here, $180 here. That's like almost $800 to just put some of the accessories on it, which I think is just crazy on a pretty expensive bike to begin with. But enough of that. It's Specialized. It's a good quality bike. I've got a bunch of different Specialized bikes. I got a mountain bike, a stump jumper, comp alloy, and I bought my wife a non-e-bike, which is the Specialized Roll 3.0. I got a video of that coming to you here soon too. That's a really good quality, just neighborhood bike with smooth rolling tires. But let me give you a quick walkthrough of this bike. You can see there's a bunch of different high-tech videos on these bikes online on YouTube, but I figured I'd just give you an average Joe up close look at some of the stuff on it. The brakes are great on this bike. There's those big old rotors on there, and they do stop this bike very quick compared to this bike. You can see give a look at the seat. You can see the size of this seat is huge. This is the Cloud 9 seat compared to the stock Specialized. Surprisingly, this is a very comfortable seat as well. My wife just likes these big old fluffy Cloud 9 seats. Cloud 9s, you know, you can find those on Amazon. I won't be changing that one. Lot of different adjustments. You can adjust this to come all the way down, and then also adjust this to come all the way down if you're vertically challenged and you're like my wife. She's 5 foot, maybe 4'9.5" or something like that. But I believe they say this bike you can must be 4 foot something all the way up to over 6 feet, and this bike can fit you. I am 5'11", 225 pounds, and this bike just feels awesome. It's so nimble and just zips around. It's really a fun thing to ride. You can see all the holes for those adapters I was talking about. It's those triangle looking things, and then the basket slides onto those, I guess. Here's where you put your basket. I thought this was cool. You can put water bottle holder on the side, which I think that's really cool, something different. Put those on the side, whereas typical bikes down here, and it always gets in my wife's way when she's pedaling. Here's the key. That's how you unlock the battery. You just turn that key and pull that. Being 100 degrees here in Texas, I take that out after I'm done riding it, just so it's not sitting in the extreme elements out in the garage. Here's the charger port if you want to just charge it with the battery on the bike. Like I said, I tend to take mine inside when it's really hot like this. Surprisingly, this uses the exact same charger as that bike has, which that kind of surprised me. Take the battery out. You can either charge it here, plug your charger into the wall and plug it in right there, or with this hot Texas heat, I like to take my battery out. You just turn the deal and pull on this little fabric latch. It just pops right out. I'll show you. That's what that looks like. Real quickly, folks, I bring my batteries inside just for the weather elements to help them last a lot longer. There's the Aventon battery. You can see it's a little bit bigger. This one's a little bit thicker, but they have the exact same charger as that Aventon Adventure, which I thought was interesting. Nice Specialized pedals. They're pretty grippy. Maybe if they get wet. Got the micro shift derailleur. This, I believe, says max weight is 40 kilos. I believe it was like, I don't know, 40 pounds or 80 pounds or something if you want to carry somebody on the back. Got a nice brake light. Here's the cockpit. Comes with the cool bell, which is not a huge deal. The light control. Power this thing up. I've got 3,057 miles. Just kidding, I don't. I only have 10 miles on it. So that's why it's not a big review, because I haven't ridden it enough. But just from what I've ridden it, it's a freaking sweet bike. There's assist, the levels of assist. There's let me see if I can show you the different modes on the light. So there's one, there's brighter, even brighter. It's a really bright light on this thing. Or a dim, or it'll flash. Kind of a strobe, and then back to that. But thought that was really cool. A lot of different modes. But yeah, I don't want to keep going. The kickstand's really cool. You saw how I dropped the kickstand on that. But yeah, that's it, folks. If you're even thinking about getting one of these, I recommend it. So far, I love it. One other thing is the issue of this bike, when it was shipped originally, was having some problems, electrical problems, with something being greased too much on the connectors. So when this bike shipped to my bike shop, they had to take a warranty claim out because they couldn't charge it. Something was wrong. Well, I ended up reading online about, that was a very common problem. They put too much conductor grease on the connectors or something like that. So the warranty calls for them to take some of that excess grease off of those connectors, and I haven't had any issues with it. So that was a common problem, but I think they fixed that from the factory. But that was really the only bad thing about it. But yeah, hope you liked this video. If you got any comments, leave them in the comment section, and like and subscribe, and check out my YouTube page and look at any of all my other bike videos. Thanks for watching.
Brakes are amazing.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I